Have you ever wondered what really lies behind the metal casing of those expensive batteries we use every day? And why do we keep spending money on something that can actually be made by ourselves from the cheapest materials? In today's video, I will show you exactly that. Without any large-scale factory, we can completely build a battery right at home with surprisingly good performance. Let's get started with HackForge right now. To make the casing for this DIY battery, I prepare a piece of old PVC pipe. I just need to cut it down to about 10 centimeters like this, and it's enough. Pay close attention, because from this ordinary plastic pipe, we're going to turn it into a real energy storage device. Next is the core conductive element of the battery, a pure copper rod. I measure and cut a piece about 20 centimeters long. The reason I choose copper is because it has extremely low resistivity, allowing current to flow efficiently with minimal heat loss. With this length, I have enough space to handle the important points at both ends. To ensure the battery works effectively, I use sandpaper to thoroughly polish the surface of the copper rod. This step is very important because it removes the dull oxide layer on the outside, exposing the pure metal underneath. Now, instead of keeping its round shape, I use a hammer to flatten the copper rod. Next, I prepare a second metal rod. This will act as the opposing electrode to generate current, just like the copper rod. I also flatten both ends of it. To avoid confusion during use, I prepared two wires with different colors. The red wire will be firmly attached to the copper rod. This will be the positive terminal of the battery. The blue wire will be connected to the other metal rod. To make these connections durable over time, I reinforce them with a bit of solder. A well-melted, shiny solder joint will help ensure efficient electrical transmission. Now comes the assembly process. I place the copper rod and the second metal rod symmetrically inside the pipe. Then I use hot glue to secure everything in place. Make sure to apply the glue carefully so that it fully covers the solder joints, protecting them from chemical corrosion later on. To give the battery a complete and more professional look, I prepare two 21mm pipe end caps. To route the wires outside, I drill holes directly in the center of both caps. To create solid and neat contact points, I use two sets of bolts and nuts as battery terminals. I fix the red and blue wires to the bolts inside the caps. Then I attach additional external wires and tighten them with nuts. This method ensures stable conductivity and high durability against physical impacts. Now comes the most important step, preparing the electrolyte. I take a cup of clean water and dissolve an appropriate amount of table salt into it. This salt solution will act as a medium for ion transfer between the positive and negative electrodes. Keep in mind that the concentration of salt directly affects the current the battery can produce. Don't let your effort go to waste because of a small leak. I pour a thick layer of glue around the bolts inside the pipe. Once it dries, it seals all gaps and turns the cap into a strong protective barrier. Now it's time to assemble everything. I insert the two caps with the bolt terminals into both ends of the pipe. Make sure to press firmly so the caps fit tightly into the PVC pipe. Once the glue dries, the entire structure becomes a solid cylinder, ready for testing. Next, I firmly fix one end cap. To make the battery operate more stably, I place clean cotton inside the core. This cotton acts like a sponge, absorbing and holding the salt solution. Then I pour in the solution until the cotton is fully saturated and close the remaining cap, a sealed and complete structure. Now it's time to test the result. I use a multimeter to measure the initial voltage of this DIY battery. As you can see, the voltage is currently 0V. This is completely normal because the ions have not yet been activated. But now, I will use a 5V charger to inject energy into the system. We will turn the structure into a real energy storage device. Let's wait a few minutes to see the result. And here is the moment we've been waiting for. After charging for a while, I unplug the charger and measure again. Look at that, 1.7 V. From an initial 0 V, our homemade battery has stored real energy. 1.7 V is an ideal value to light up LEDs or power small electronic devices, a result beyond expectations. To power a clock with this battery, I make a small adapter. I use 2 metal washers connected to the wire ends. To maintain proper spacing, I cut a small piece of candle wax to act as an insulating core in the middle. This setup creates a firm contact interface that fits perfectly into the battery slot. And look at that, the second hand has started moving. It's hard to believe, but we've actually brought this clock back to life using just a piece of PVC pipe, some old metal rods, and a bit of salt water. A stable 1.7 V from a completely handmade battery. Through this project, I want to prove that energy solutions don't always have to be expensive or complicated. They can come from creativity and everyday materials around us. If you find this idea useful and interesting, don't forget to like, share, and especially subscribe to HackForge so you won't miss upcoming technical experiments. Thank you for watching. Wish you success with your own projects. See you in the next videos.